Hello and welcome to another heads up. My lost streak finally ended against the guy I think I previously played. This guy just folded his very first dealer button. King on the dealer button, sure, to the standard min raise, and he folds again, so that's twice that he gives up his blinds. Here we have a queen and 3 offsuit out of position, but he folds 3 hands in a row. We have an ace on the button, obviously we make the standard C, but again, this time he calls. We have a runner. I think 52 is a pretty weird bet. As is 119, we'll give it up here and see what this guy does. So he might just be playing tag, tight aggressive, so every time that he's in hand he will play it aggressive. We'll raise it up. I mean, we do have bottom pair here, right? He makes a call, and our king comes, so another overcard, so we'll just check call. That's his second ace. Assume he checks here, and if he has nothing. So he hit a king, yeah, of course. He called my re-raise with shit, and then got there. Getting out round is really terrible. I mean, it's a terrible call by him because the ace was already on the board. And I could easily re-raise with an ace there. He just wasn't willing to give up his hand for some odd reason, and then gets there. I mean, yeah. What can you do, right? Can't win against that. Here we have ace-5 suited, we have runner flush, we have 1 over to the board, so if he c-bets, we're obviously re-raising. This time a bit steeper, maybe he'll fold for once. Yeah, he folds. 9-jack on the button though, so yeah, decent hand, and he folds again. I still don't get why he called there. Maybe my re-raises weren't high enough. So I will re-raise a bit higher in the future if I have a decent hand. We have pocket sixes, which is a fine hand, especially if you flop a set to such a board. He doesn't. Maybe he's check re-raising. Obviously I'm shoving then. Another queen comes. I basically have full house. So let's bet again. Hope he has like an ace or a queen even. Queen jack or something. And now my hand is busted, right? Yeah, I had pocket sixes and ace queen on the board, really dangerous. His hand was also busted, by the way. I mean, but an ace or a queen beats me. I probably could extract more money there. 8 deuce on the button though, and we do hit our 8. He did 3-bet me, so the ace might have hit him, which is why he obviously leads out here. We'll call. The 5 shouldn't make a difference here. I mean, it isn't the first time he dunk bets. He just doesn't give up his dunk bets either. We do have thirds pair here, and he leads out again. Maybe he isn't willing to give up his bluff here, but I mean, I can't keep on calling, right? I do find this bet sizing a bit weird. I mean, why go for such odd numbers? What's the point behind it? It just makes things more difficult. 9-6 out of position. We'll call for 20. And we do hit nothing. So we have a runner straight, which is terrible. So we will fall to his c-bet. But I mean, like that is typing 52 makes you waste time, right? 6-4, totally missed this flop. Chances are that he has as well. He probably has ace high, so we can't continue here. Or he's slow playing something. This is a really dangerous board. He should lead out himself and take it away. If I was in his position, I probably would. If I had something, I would have called, but I'm just playing the board here. He folds his button again. 9 queen, obviously decent hand, two-handed. He makes the call, we have a gut shot, queen's probably fine. He does it again, always with the donk bets, like every single time, and he actually makes the call. So he probably dunks bets again, nope. Our gut shot doesn't get there, so we don't get paid off, and we have to fold here. Pretty tired of donk betting, of donk betters. Here we will 3-bet, I mean we have a strong hand, but he folds. Jack King, let's raise it up, hope he 3-bets, and then we shove. He just calls, we get a jack. We got top pair. We'll just make a C-bet, or make it seem like a C-bet, but basically it's a value bet. But he folds. Our hand was pretty strong, only a queen or an ace would scare us. But I mean, there's no point in slow playing there, right? 8 deuce on the button. I will fold, seeing as I'm down 1 to 2. 4-7 suited. I will call. And we totally miss, so we'll give up. Yep. Three nine, but suited on the button. I mean, 3-9 is double hand. Yeah, 30 more is fine. We do get bottom pair here. I still think our 9 is good, even if he bets here. He doesn't. Ace probably shuts us, but I mean, we have to call something, right? Not an overbet like that though. If we had an ace, we probably would have shoved. But I mean, it's easy to put him on an ace there. It's probably the one card we wouldn't want to see after his 3-bet. 5-10, even on the button. I will fold it at this point. 8-7s is a fine hand to see a flop with, but he folds. Ace-3, obviously. Yep, picking up chips. 6-8 suited. Let's make the call. We have nothing. We have a runner, so we will fold. His bet sizing so weird. King 7 on the button. We get a flush draw and we still have a king probably. He's probably gonna dunk bet here. So we'll make the standards raise. We get a king, which is probably good. So we'll bet 200 here. Make it seem like value betting. Obviously we do have the king, we have the nut flush draw, so I'm willing to commit my chips there. A king, yeah, we do get a king, so we'll check re-raise. He might call with a flush draw here, he might not. Yeah, obviously with shoving, I mean we do have the king, right? He has to fold a 10 or 9, he can call with a draw if he wants to. Yeah, he just has nothing. I think it's a weak call by him. He just called with a gut shot and now he's behind. Pretty odd. I mean, if he had an open ender, obviously he would have called as well. But with a gut shot, yeah, probably not. So one misstep from him and it cost him. Jack 8 on the button. Pretty good, especially seeing as we're 2 to 1 now. A3 I will fold if he makes the... Yep. I mean, it's not that much better than do 7, right? King 6 suited, obviously. Wanna see a flop. We totally miss. If he dunks bets, yeah, he always dunk bets. It's so stupid to do. Pocket raise, fine. Wanna see a flop. Hopefully hit a 3, nope. We have bottom pair basically. We can't continue here. 9-5, I will make the standard. Yeah, that's a bit too much, 190. So he is getting back, and here 2-8 we will fold as well if he did it, but he didn't. Deuce 10 will fold. Will return the favor. 6-8 suited, willing to see flop. We got a gut shot, runner, flush draw, so we'll call the c-bet. We basically can bluff on the flush here. He re-raises. We'll call and then bet on the river again. He might have something here. So let's bet like 270. No, but if I bet 275, he's obviously calling. I have to give this up, right? I hope he checks just to see his hand, what he did that with. Yeah, I don't think he had anything. He's just bluffing here, but I don't have a bluff catcher. We'll make it 75. Hope he has a really good hand. The chances of that when I have aces is pretty low. Come on, dunk bet into me, please. He doesn't. That's pretty odd, seeing as he dunk bets so often. 275 here, make it seem really strong. Obviously we do have a strong hand. There weren't any draws out there, but I'm not willing to risk anything. 8-7, we flop an open ender. So we'll raise him here, check raise. Yeah, obviously we call. We don't get there yet. I mean, 328 is pretty heavy. And our hand is bust even. I mean, we did have a draw and then this happens. Yeah, it's fine. You and you're bluffing every time. I mean, I can't call it with shit like this. I mean, if I ever get a hand, I'm have his entire stack. Like with the queen 7 there, I have no clue why he called. Obviously I'm shoving here, I have an ace. And he has king 10, so just have to dodge a king or a 10. And I do, so yeah. So that's what I mean, he's too aggressive with some hands, he's not willing to throw them away, he's willing to bluff with a lot of hands, and I just have to find a position to have a hand myself and basically shove there. I had an open ender, he probably would have kept betting if I hit it. He would have lost his entire stack. But I didn't, sadly enough. He's just trying to hold on until I finally get there. Here I have a flush chance. 104 is a bit high. He's looking to play big pots every single time. I mean, still only in a flush draw. Don't get there yet again. Obviously he's gonna shove here because he's an idiot. Almost a shove. We have king deuce on the button. King probably good. So we'll call. Totally miss, of course, because it's sus. He's gonna dunk bet because he's an idiot. And we'll fold. I mean, we just have to get a hand, and he's paying us off every single time when we do. But we just aren't getting any. We got decent hands, and it's not working out. We get draws, we're not getting there. Jack 8, and then we flop shit like this. I mean, we have to have runner. Obviously he's gonna bet anything here, but I assume he has nothing. Yeah, he hits king high. Oh, he actually hit a 3. Wow, he slow played that. That seemed odd. He folds his button. He's in the lead again. I mean, this is a really swingy game just because of his bet sizing. And me, you know, trying to get there with some draws and failing. I have been in the lead twice and just failed with several draws, which is why I'm down on chips again. And I mean, he does put a lot of pressure on people. He's not giving free cards or anything like that. Yeah, 6-5 and then a flop like this comes. Really, obviously take it away with the c-bet. It's better to c-bet on dangerous boards. Even a shove there, I'm not calling right. He probably has a draw or something. It is willing to risk it. Here we have 9-5 and of course terrible flop. He's gonna call with any high card. And now an ace comes, so I'm basically playing the board with a deuce. Yeah, I still got this though, for some odd reason. I mean, a c-bet would work, but the only hand that calls me is the hand that beat me. So there's no point in c-betting there. A7 obviously is 3 bets, I'm willing to 4-bet here. We totally miss, of course. We will c-bet here. It's been a while since we c-betted, so we should give it a bit more respect. Of course he doesn't, because he's from one of the East countries, right? We have ace high, and he had pocket fives. Oh, so that's why he called. He had bottom pair and called easily. 3-8 I'm folding. 3-10 I'm folding. I'm playing a bit more passive these last games, which you might have noticed. Trying to change my game a bit. King on the button, obviously want to play it. He raises me, so he probably has an ace or something. Yeah, of course, and an ace comes. It's a great hand for him to lead out. Great board for him to lead out on. He knows that. 6-3. 5 deuce, I will raise. I mean, if a board comes like this, then assume he missed. He dunk bets here, nope. We'll c-bet. He calls. We make 2 pair, which is fine. So 275. Make him pay for whatever draw he has. And he doesn't have a draw, so or he considers it a bit too much, maybe. 9-10 offsuit. We'll see a flop. And of course, ace check comes. Yeah, just c-bet, you got it. I mean, yeah, especially if you do an idiot shove. This guy, I mean, he has risked his entire stack so often. And I mean, I can't call it, I haven't found a position to call it. Here I have a bottom pair, and one over to the board, run around a flush. So, I mean, I'm not willing to give him a free card. If he wants to call, he wants to call. 6 comes. It's a bit dangerous for us. I mean, we did lose our run around a flush, and another 6, so assume that 6 doesn't matter. That our 3 is good. Yep, it is. King 7 suited. Out of position though, but obviously wanted to see a flop there. 9-3 I will fold. 5-6, wanna see a flop if he just does a standard thing. Yep. We have just an 8, and an 8 also gives that 10 a really good value, so we have to give this up. I mean, it's a terrible flop for 5-6. So blinds go up. A pretty long game so far. Basically because I got a bit unlucky at the draw and both with a flush and with the other one. An ace comes, so he just dunk bets. I think he dunk bets on every ace at this point. Ace queen, so we'll 3-bet here if he does something. We will go to 200. He just calls, and then a flop like this comes, so we'll dunk bet out of it. See what he does. Yeah, maybe he has nothing, we'll see. Obviously he calls, but of course he hits a jack, why not, right? We can have a king, and we get a straight, thank god. I mean, it was a bit of an idiot move by me, but he just got lucky there on the flop. Obviously he has top pair, he's not going away, right? Ace 8, willing to go all in with it. He isn't with his hand. King 9, also a really good hand, heads up. Just have to be a bit more selective at these blinds, and this level, obviously I'm gonna re-raise to 250. We have an ace suited as well. He either shoves, calls, or I'm calling. I mean, same suit, so only king or queen, and he flops 2 pair. Really? Really? I mean, we have the same suit, I have him beat, and he just flops 2 pair. I mean, I did get lucky with ace queen, I understand that, but yeah, I even hit my 8 as well. I mean, that doesn't matter with that hand, but ace 10 willing to go all in here, he isn't. 4-6, I will probably just call. Totally miss. He c-bets, I fold. Easy predictions. 8 deuce, I'll fold. I mean, that was basically the game, right? I have him with the same suit, I have him with... uh, yeah, I'm really not pleased with that, especially not how my latest games have been going and being a drown and stuff like that, and now stuff like that happens. Obviously, queen on the button, I will have to play the hand sometimes, right? Yeah, I'll fold. I mean, I'll leave a queen. If I had an ace, I obviously would have shoved there. Like ace 8, I will 3-bet him. He just calls. I totally missed, so I'll check shove. I mean, this probably hit him. Yeah, he calls. So it did hit him. I mean, I can't do anything at this point. He just outdrew me, probably. So we have to find a hand to shove here, because basically I did get unlucky there with the ace. I mean, ace with the same suit against king queen and then lose. How fucking annoying is that, right? I mean, we do have to shove here. We have queen 8. We have a queen. What are the odds of him having anything? We have 9-7, which I will fold. Oh, he just limps, so he probably has a really strong hand. Yeah, I think he's trying to trap here. I mean, it's obvious. I would try to trap at this point. He can check it around and try to take it here with an overbet, or have something like aces and assume I have something here. Nope, he just had nothing. Jack 9, I will raise. I do have them suited as well. So we have a gut shot. He probably dunk bets, yeah, because he's an idiot. He always dunk bets. He dunk bets way too often. Ace 10, I'm shoving. Yeah, I haven't dominated, but odds of him hitting 9 is pretty great, right? Nope, he doesn't. So we double up. We're 2-1 now. We got ace king, so we will 3-bet him. Nope, he just folded, sadly enough. Ace 5 on the button. He folds. I mean, blinds are a bit high, so we have to be really, really selective. Even though they're suited, I don't want to play there. It will just cost me a lot. This is suited, but this time I have the first section, so you can either call, re-raise. I will call 50 to see what comes. We have got shut down, right? He dunk bets. We pair our 3, which probably isn't good, but I mean, he should give up here. Obviously, a guy with his aggression doesn't, because if I ever get a hand, he's so paying me off. And sadly enough, I'm just not getting any. And if I do get a hand, he gets lucky. So here we'll go to 100. If he 3-bets me, I'm shoving. I mean, he probably has an ace and then he calls and I don't get there because, hey, that's me, right? So king or 5, king or 5. Yeah, don't get there. Obviously, see ya next time. Fucking stay.